Hi, this is 365801, and this is another buddy read with Katie. So we're going to be doing a buddy read of Yaya Sakuragi, title Hide and Seek. This is going to be a reread for me, so I'm not like, oh, I must read it now. Which is just as well because I've already filmed an intro for this vlog a few days ago. What can I say? I took these out, I put them back. I still have loads of other things. I've been so busy. We were supposed to start it around the 18th, but we actually usually start on the 20th. And so I was like, I'll just wait for the 20th. And then it's now the 22nd. I have just uploaded my video. I may as well just bring you over. Oh, jeez, I'm so old. And I should probably show. These are Yaya Sakuragi's spin-off from the spin-off Bonds of Dream, Bonds of Love. This one. So this character here is in this. But this is a spin-off of another one that we read this year. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's not here. This is where it should be. It's on my table. Tea for two. Let's go and see it. Let's bring you guys over. We did consider reading Bonds of Love, Bonds of Dreams, Bonds of Love, but I was like, you might prefer Hide and Seek. Where is it now? Let's see. Here it is. See the mess? See the mess I'm living in? Tea for two. Here we go. So we've got this character who appears older in this series, and this character also appears in this series. So it's a spin-off of a spin-off. There you go. So we're going to be doing Hide and Seek, not Bond of Dreams, Bond of Love. Anyway, I have a pizza just out the oven, fresh. So I'm going to eat that. Probably not with my manga because I don't want it to get dirty. But I did just put my video up for today. It's a chatty male romance one. Voting in the male romance awards. I'm eagerly awaiting the 10th of January when the results come out. That should be good. I've got a kind of veggie pizza and hide and seek. So as I said, I did film an intro and I just didn't get around to actually doing anything with this, and I put it back in the drawer. But I am going to be doing some things a lot more over the next couple of days, and I will probably just read these over the next couple of days. I have got a video to edit. This is what's in this video. I've got a video to edit. I've just put another two up onto my Patreon, so those will be up on the channel over the next couple of days. I have my final shift of the year this evening. So I'm don't have much time. I have to eat, I have to get ready for work, and then I have to go to work. So I probably won't get much of this read today. It's very grey. But tomorrow I think I will be going into town. And it's Christmassy and it's nearing Christmas. We've got it's the day before Christmas Eve tomorrow and then Christmas Eve. So I'm probably going to be doing a little bit of shopping, wandering around. I might buy some things, just enjoying myself in the festive atmosphere. So that might be a little bit more interesting and entertaining than what I have been doing over the last couple of days, which is not reading this manga like I was supposed to, but reading something else that I was also supposed to for another video, which you will see. Anyway, so yeah, I've got some pizza and this is the manga we're reading. Katie hasn't read it. I'm like, what? I remember when this was coming out in was it CL? Tree? I think it was CL. And I loved it. It was like, oh, this is very mature for her. 2 adults, nothing really toxic. So from what I remember, this isn't a toxic manga at all. It's very much gay man, bisexual awakening, which you know I love a bisexual awakening, and sexual exploration, and someone who's like, all right then, I'll induct you into the club. And I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. He's not exactly the most, I think he's a good guy. I think he's a good guy. Anyway, I'm looking forward to reading it. Part of me's like, don't you want to read this first? Because you have read Tea for Two, and I kind of do feel like maybe Katie would want to read this as well. But this is very much age gap, and bombastic side eye. Whereas this one, I'm like fully comfortable, and it's adults, and you know I love adults. I love an adult man who's lived his life kind of going, I kind of want to try something new. And I'm like, yes, try something new. And this is hide and seek. So I'm going to enjoy it. Anyway, it's getting even darker. I think it's about to rain again. It's been raining, I don't know for how long here. So the lighting is absolutely shocking. So I'm gonna have something to eat, and I will check in when I've actually read something, or I'll show you some Christmassy things. There you go. So good morning. It is the next day. I am now officially on holiday. Woo! I've got my coffee, which I might put more hot water in. And I did a little bit of reading last night before bed, but not much because it was late by the time I got back home. It wasn't like as late as usual, but I ended up chatting away to my brother, so it was almost midnight by the time I was like, I need to sleep. So I only read the first chapter, so it was just reintroducing Tanihara or Shuji, but it's just Tanihara. And then the doctor, who it says here is Takafumi, but I don't think he actually gets introduced at all in the first chapter, other than actually being in the chapter. His name isn't really mentioned. So I'm like, what was his name again? Anyway, it was a fun little first chapter introducing Tanihara's mom and pop shop with the toys and the sweets and the cigarettes and stuff like that. And Chisuzu, his daughter from his first marriage, and the doctor who comes in to buy them so that he can give them out to kids. And he ends up getting sick. And so he's like, I don't want Chisuzu to catch it again. And the water heater broke. It all seems like it's going downhill. And the doctor comes in and offers him his bath so that he doesn't have to go all the way to the bathhouse. And Chisuzu's staying with her mum. And so he comes out of the bath. And he's like, hey, I find you attractive. And he's like, seriously? But this is the bit that I love. This is the bit that I absolutely love. He's just like, all right then, I'm open to being seduced. And I just love that. It's very adult. It feels very adult at this point. I do remember what happens next, which is funny. But yeah, I'm like, it's very fast. And it's Yaya Sakuragi, and it's two adults, and I just like it. I like it so far. I've got lots of food for eating. I've got cheese and ham and pickle wraps, and a sort of iced bun. And I do have, you can see this box, I do have a package to open, but I'm probably not going to open it today. I don't know if you can tell, but it's super dark because it snowed last night. I don't know, like outside, can you see? It's all snowy. So yeah, I woke up to the snow. It did say it might have rain and snow, so I wasn't expecting it to land, but it must have been cold enough for snow to actually settle, and quite thick snow. But because it's continued to rain now, because it's heated up a wee bit, it's getting kind of washed away. Yeah, which is a shame. Because I was like, oh, snow, great. And I put on my jeans and everything. And then I looked outside and I was like, oh, it's absolutely chucking it down. So I'm going to have to get changed again out of these and put on waterproof trousers if I want to go outside. And I do want to go outside. So I'm probably going to take this volume with me just to have a wee read somewhere if I get a chance, like on the bus or something. And actually go into town. Because I do want to. But part of me's like, ugh, the weather's terrible. And that's another reason why I haven't done anything for the last wee while. Because the weather's just been so grey and boring. But I actually do want to have a bit of a life. So I'll take you along, and I'll take my manga with me, and see what I get up to. So I came back. I actually forgot to take this with me. I put it in my bag, and then I left my bag at the front door. But I think just as well because it was raining so heavily. There wasn't very much in the way of Christmassy spirit to film because it was raining and there was snow, but it was all slushy and it was absolutely chucking it down by the time I got to the town. But I did go and see my brother and his family and get to pet dogs, and that was the main thing. I'll see them in a couple of days. And I got KFC. I never get takeaway. I don't like I don't show everything that I eat, but mostly it's just all food I cook myself. And the odd like pre-made things from the supermarket. But I never get KFC. But because it's Christmas, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have KFC because I did once in Japan. Japan's Christmas dinners are always KFC, and it's a bit weird. But it kind of made me feel a bit nostalgic. So instead of having, well, I probably will have like an actual proper Christmas dinner. It's not Christmas Day today. But yeah, as a Christmas Eve thing, in Japan, they always have KFC. So I got myself some KFC. So I'm going to eat some KFC and read some hide and seek and check in with you when I've had something to eat. I'm still like, I still have like my scarf on and my hat on and everything. I literally just came through the door. It is so dark outside. It is like the next day after the winter solstice. So it's really, really dark. And the snow is still out on the ground where I live because it is a little bit further north. So I'm gonna have a very pleasant evening and start tidying up and cleaning and that kind of thing. So I'm probably gonna read a volume, then do some cleaning for like an hour, and then read another volume, that kind of thing. So yeah, I will probably get this done tonight or tomorrow. But food first. Oh, I'm so excited. Even though I've only had KFC once and I didn't really enjoy it, I'm still kind of excited about it. So it is the next day. I haven't done very well with this reading vlog at all in terms of actually getting it done. So I have finished volume 1. That's great. And it's taking no time at all. Honestly, I just need to sit down and do it. But I've been quite busy making my videos and editing. So last night I was just editing for a few hours after dinner and having a wee glass of wine. It was very nice. I need to get my cover art done. That one there. Because the video is done. I finished editing it. It was great. And it's uploaded. And I just need to actually do the cover thumbnail and then upload it onto Patreon. I can do that. And it won't take me long because I've already uploaded a lot of the images and stuff. It'll literally take me 5 minutes tops. So yeah, I will be able to carry on with this. It is Christmas Eve. And this is the least Christmassy I've ever had my living room. Ever. Even in Japan. I bought a Christmas tree. And I always have it up and I don't have it up and I'm like, is there much point? Because you're not actually going to be spending, I'm going to be spending Christmas Day here, but I might go out for walks and stuff and actually I'm meeting up with family Boxing Day or the day after and spending time outside of the house anyway, so it doesn't really matter and it's just more things to tidy up. So anywho, I have finished hide and seek. I think I absolutely love the second chapter of this because he's just like, okay, let's have sex. They just do. And he experiences all these things that Oh, we've got a cat on the windowsill. We get all of these new experiences for him sexually, and he's just so open to it, and he enjoys it, and it's like, yeah. And then when he's with Jome, who's the character from Bond of Dreams, Bond of Love, um, he's just like, ugh, you're so loose, and he's like, my ass is, wah, and it's just the navigation of these two adults, with one of them being, up to this point, not experiencing any kind of sexual or romantic feelings for another man, but being so relaxed about it. And I love that. I don't know. They say that the straights these days are like that. It's good. It's good. So yeah, I'm gonna carry on with this. While there's some daylight and some sunlight, though, let's open a package. Now I say we've got daylight or sunlight. It's brief. It's very brief. Every once in a while, the rain comes in. Everything gets dark and grey, and there's like no. we live in the UK in the winter. There's midwinter. There's just no sun, and it's literally just above the horizon, and letting us have a little bit of sunlight, a bit of daylight, and then in about, I don't know, an hour, it's gonna be gone. It's terrible. And this is like midday. It's terrible. I'm actually just getting a cup of coffee and a wee something to eat. Let's see if I can get this. Very nicely packaged. Considering I bought this on eBay. I don't know who packaged it because I thought it would just come in like normal packages. So I don't know who did this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to do this. Will this work? I don't think it's going to. Hold on. This is going to take a while. Pause. Okay, so this is just a normal sized like envelope, but they've really like gone to town with shoving everything in. This is terrible. Hold on, I think I need another second. Okay. Oh. My God. Who wrapped this? Shocking. Okay. So, do we have... Jaja. So this is Frog by Mary Kams, art by Pyeongcho. This is a Dream Spinner one. I haven't actually gone out my way to get Dream Spinner stuff, which are adaptations of Western novels, usually by Korean authors. This is very good quality considering. So I'm going to start my Dream Spinner collection of adaptations. And I haven't actually read any Mary Kams, but she is very popular. So yeah, it's a little bit of damage here on the corner, but not too much. It still looks pretty good. A little bit of bone there, but not surprising considering it was so packed in. And I got it for a really good price. I can't remember, but they were all like £4 or £6 between that. So not too much. And the next one is volume 2 of Merman in My Tub by Itokichi. I have volume, I want to say 4 and 5. I thought I had volume 3. No, 4 and 5. So I might have to see if I can get the rest of the volumes. I know some of them are quite tricky to get hold of now, so I might not get them all, but I would just like to have them, especially when they're quite cheap. And this was very reasonably priced. I will need to do that in my haul at the end of the month, which would be a very small haul because this is pretty much the only thing I've opened on camera. Then I have Hirano and Kagiura, volume 2. This is Yen Press. Obviously it's volume 2, and so I'm like, oh, so I can't read this until I get a volume 1. These yen press ones are generally quite pricey, so when I see them for a good price, like £6 or £5 something, it's like, you should get it now. Just get it now. Because otherwise it's 8 to 10 to more. And so yeah, happy with that. Oh, the sun's really coming out. We're blessed. And I have Blue Flag Volume 1 by Kaito. Now these are kind of pricey, except for Volume 1, which you can get quite reasonably priced. And I know everyone has been screaming at me for years to read Blue Flag. I know. And I haven't. And it was one of my 12 and 12, so I thought I better at least read the first volume. So I better get it. So I have this, so I do plan on reading this before the end of the year. It's gonna count, even if it's just volume 1. And I know everyone's like, because it's been out for so long, it's kind of been spoiled that the story didn't end the way a lot of people wanted it to, but it also didn't end a lot of ways that the other people wanted it to. I don't know. So yeah, there was a lot of disappointment in how it ended. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be one of those people that are like, damn, it's not queer enough. Not queer enough. So maybe that's the case. For me, anyway. Who's to say? I'm only going to be reading volume 1. I will probably want to read the rest of it. And so I will possibly collect this. But I kind of want to know. I want someone to spoil me properly. In the comments if you want to. When you go, let me know. Is this queer enough for a BL fan? Let me know. So yeah, that's my very tough wrapping. That was tough. So that's what I got. Oh yeah, I'll need to change this around. There we go. So lots of blues, actually. Whites and blues. So 2 volume 2s, a volume 1, and a standalone, which I'm really excited about. But I do need to see if I can get the rest. And they're generally very expensive, so I was very happy to see this one. So I snapped it up. I think it was about £6. And I think that's a real bargain. So yeah, I'm going to be on the lookout for more of the Dream Spinner adaptations to add to my collection. There's like Charlie Cochet and... there's a few. And I've seen them and I've always been like, oh, should I get it? Should I get it? And it's always been a little bit more pricey than I wanted to pay. But there you go. This is so far the only things I've purchased in December, which means I'm doing really well. Guys, I'm doing really well. This was just an anomaly. They'll be blipped in my no buy month. So anyway, I'm going to be moving on to Hide and Seek Volume 2. And I will probably be going out to the shops. I know it's Christmas Eve and I probably should do other things, but I will probably just go and get a couple of little snacks or something for dinner tomorrow. Probably some veg. The veg is very cheap at the moment in Lidl, like 15p. So I should probably stock up on some veg, even if it is just to make soup and things like that and put it in the freezer. So yeah, I will be making my thumbnail and reading this and having something to eat and then popping to the shops. So I just got in the door. I'm exhausted. I got soaked. It's really windy, really rainy, and I bought probably too much stuff. As usual, that's what happens when I go shopping. And I'm just gonna have pizza tonight because I had a pizza in the fridge and I was just like, you know what, stick that in because all my food is still in the bags and I haven't even taken them out. Nothing's still in the freezer, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Shh. But I am gonna read Hide and Seek. That's what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have pizza and I'm gonna read the second volume. And then I'm probably going to do a lot of tidying because, well, I'll show you my mess. But I need to find sustenance first before I get into the tidying. And then I'll read the final volume because I need to. So yeah, I'm probably going to have this. And you know what? I might have a glass of wine as well. It's one of those days. It's one of those days. So I finished the second volume of Hide and Seek. There's a lot more development in their relationship, a lot more feelings. And it kind of gets to the point where they've realized that maybe their looseness in terming their relationship just like a dalliance or just a gay man having a bit of fun with a newly awakened bisexual man and him just experimenting is maybe not an accurate way to categorize the relationship. And so Yeah, they're starting to be blushy. That's always a sign. And of course, there's an introduction of another character who kind of makes things a little bit more interesting and helps, I don't know, accelerate that jealousy and feeling inadequate and things like that. So yeah, I am enjoying it. There was an image I thought I would just talk about. Well, a lot of her images are lovely. Was it just the second chapter one? Yeah, this. Look at this image. Look at this image. I love the way she draws him because he's so slim but look at the way that she's shading the physique. It's so anatomical. And I really like that, but it's anatomical for a thin physique, almost scrawny, almost to the point where wiry or, long-limbed. It's not overly muscled or gym bod. It's not beefy either, like very masculine. But this is a very masculine physique. It's not the overly muscly kind. It's a very slim. And I just like that that's a little bit different. I do enjoy seeing the way that people draw things. I think she draws hands quite well. I know the whole yaoi hands thing is I know she hasn't always in the past, but I quite like the way she's drawn hands in this one. But I especially like the way she shaded the body just to show the different muscle groups and things like that. It's just so nice. So nice. Also, it's kind of sexy, and he's looking very much like, Anyway, it was just like a Yaya Sakuragi appreciation. So yeah, they're very masculine, very male. I am freezing. I put the heating on. It feels like a while ago now. And I've got the hot water on. And I was going to show you. I may as well. Hold on. This is the mess. It's been sitting. I have to put away. It's been sitting here for a while. And I was just going to tidy it up and put it away. But I really just feel like a bath. I feel like I need to have a bath. And then when I come out, maybe have some hot chocolate or something. And then tidy it away. That might be quite a good idea. Hopefully the house will have warmed up a bit. It's just very, very cold. We had the snow. It was kind of shocking. We've had a lot of rain, but it hasn't really heated up. The wind is so noisy outside. I don't know why, but my house is just not heating up. So I think I need to just go and have a bath. A warm bath, get some nice warm pajamas on, and then maybe tidy up this mess. I mean, look, it's just, you make one video and then you're just too lazy to put anything away. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to go have a bath, and maybe I'll read some of volume 3 in the bath. I'm wearing my nice winter jumper. It's a lovely winter jumper, the one I got from a charity shop a few weeks ago. So yeah, I'll probably take it off and go and have a bath, and maybe have a wee read of this, and I'll talk about it when I finished. Okay, so I just had my bath. I have got about halfway through this. I'm in some nice warm comfy pajamas now. And I just want to get this tidied. I want to get it organised. I think I will. I'll just get it tidied. Let's do that, and then I can sit down and actually have a hot chocolate and something sweet and finish this. So yeah, there's a few things I know I can get rid of straight away. So the check please, and the fence can go up the stairs, so that's grand. And these guys, they can go here. Here is my little my haul pile, and I have another thing to add. Okay, so first things first. On the table, I'm going to try and organise it by publisher, because then I know which drawer it goes into. And then I'll put them back into the drawers. So, yeah, let's do this. Okay, so it's a little bit more like Jenga than I thought. So I'm gonna try and see if I can just slot in the things, the smaller ones, like these piles here, the small ones, and then try and rearrange the rest of them. Hmm. So these ones are gonna go in here, and I totally forgot there's a whole pile of manga right here as well. So I need to deal with them too. Well, it took me forever to actually get all of that stuff put away back into the drawers, and I kept finding more everywhere I went. Just more just lying around. But at least it's all away and I've got my table back. I flipped it round so it's actually white, and I wanted a white tablecloth, but I can't seem to find a circular one, which is really annoying. So I just flipped it and it's now white, which is great because that's what I was after. And I've got my little candle, that's a festive one. I've got some hot chocolate and squirty cream, and a trifle that is strawberry and raspberry. It's like a fancy little kind that I got a couple of days ago. And I was like, I need to eat this. It looks really delicious. And I'm going to finish volume 3, and then that'll be me. It won't take me long because I'm actually quite far into it. So far in this volume, we've been getting a lot more involvement with family members, whether it's with shoes or with Takahumi. Yes, Takahumi. They're still not on like proper first name basis though, but they're getting very serious, and they're getting a little bit more involved in each other's lives, which is important if you're going to have a future, and that's kind of what this is all about. It's about getting reconciled to the fact that there may be a future for them and that they both want a future. So that's what's happening so far. But I'm like, what is it? I think I'm here. He's just gone to see Takahumi's grandpa. So I'm really close to the end, but I needed to get out of the bath because it was too hot. So yeah, I'm going to start reading this now. Well, it really didn't take me very long. I was super close to the end and I didn't realize it. It finished, and then there was a little extra at the end. I can't really show too much because it's a bit spicy. And I actually really, that was the thing about this hide and seek. It was being published in, was it CL or Trey Trey? I think it was CL. So I was in Japan while this was getting published. So I remember when the first chapter, or maybe I should say when the second chapter came out of this first volume in the Manga monthly magazine, and it was like ripples across the BL sphere. There was a disturbance in the force because it was quite shocking for a lot of people. A lot of Japanese fans were really like, wow, maybe because she'd been doing Bond of Dreams, Bond of Love for such a long time, and it was an age gap romance, that having two adult men and having Shuji's story be in his like bisexual awakening be the main focus of the story, especially with the second chapter when he was like, I'm okay, I'm open to seduction if you want to seduce me, yeah, sure. He was like, that was like so shocking because they just went straight in and had sex, but they were so adult about it. They were just so like, yeah, that's what we did, and it was just for curiosity's sake. It was just for an experience. It was just because he was kind of like open to being a little bit horny around this man, and he hadn't felt like that previously. And I really like that. Even to the very end of this, he's so open with sex. He's so comfortable with it. I'm kind of in awe of him as a character. And that's one of the things that happens at the start of this first volume, when he says that his reactions are really cute because he's so aggressive during sex, but he gets really embarrassed when they do things like cuddling afterwards, which wasn't really the case, but still, it was that whole thing of, with sex, he feels comfortable. That's where he is at his most relaxed. And the relationship side of things, and the feelings and emotions and being open is where he struggles, and even more so to open his heart to love because he's been um, burned before. And you see that in this volume, and you get a lot of the family background. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't read it because it's great. And it's a lot of people's favorites because of the maturity and because of the open dialogue about sex and um about their problems in like history and relationships and how they're navigating it. And sometimes they fall down, sometimes they fail, sometimes they make mistakes, both of them, and yet they are always willing to have a conversation about it, which is so mature. um but you do get introduced to Chi's mum and her situation and how Shuji came to be in the picture and what happened. Um, and although it's really uplifting and happy at the end with the two of them, you got this other little extra at the end um, with a bit of Yome as well. Um, Showing that he's okay in his situation and he's quite happy because he's got him. But I also feel like that is a really sad thing because the family that he has um, was perhaps never to be permanent, and yet permanently available to Chi. So yeah, that's the sad part of it. But you're like, oh well, he's got someone and they're happy. And I think, it. I love stories with kids in it when there's that found family aspect, but there's an actual child. Um, but yeah, I don't want to spoil it for anyone. But yes, I'm happy. I have read this. This was our final buddy read for 2023. I hope Katie enjoyed it. We did skip over Bond of Dreams, Bond of Love. So maybe she'll get round to reading that as well. Because we did do Tea for Two earlier this year as well. All of the Yaya Sakuragi ones are rereads for me, except for this year. Last year I got Hey Sensei, and this year I got Stay Close to Me. And that was the first time I read that. And so I now have everything published in English by Yaya Sakuragi, which is a real accomplishment because it is tricky to get hold of some. Even trying to get hold of some of these at a certain point in time, I think it's probably easier for you now if you wanted to pick them up. But I found it really tricky to get volume 2 for a good price for a long, long time. I can't remember how much I paid for each of these, but obviously it was as much of a bargain as I could get it. But yeah, so Yaya Sakuragi, I love. I might just go and read Bonds of Dream Puzzle. Now that I've tidied up here, I still have a lot of other tidying to do. And I've got lots of baking and things like that. Tomorrow is Christmas. Today is Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas, everyone. You'll be seeing this video a lot later after. So I hope you all had a great holiday season, whatever season it is for you, and whatever you celebrate or don't. I hope you had a good 2023, and hopefully me and Katie will have some more interesting buddy reads. I will, of course, be doing a review video for all my buddy reads like I did last year because I really enjoyed going through what I read, which means I will be getting out a lot of these titles again. Put them back on this table. Why? But yeah, so that I can do that video. And I'm looking forward to actually going through which ones I liked and which ones I didn't, and which ones Katie liked and which ones she didn't. I'll probably go and ask her, but she's very busy. She'll have family commitments as well. So yeah, we'll see what we come up with to read as buddy reads in 2024. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I do need to try and get hold of all my other collection and bring it up here, but I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know when I'm next going to be near it. But I'm going to finish my trifle. It's delicious. It's super delicious. The raspberry and strawberry like jelly jam thing. It's super sweet, super tart. It's really nice. And my hot chocolate is really good as well. The whipped cream is vegan. Woohoo! And I do have some wine because I haven't had wine in ages, and it's Christmas, so I'm gonna have some. Cheers! And I'll see you in 2024, hopefully. Thanks so much for watching. This is a very random video. So yeah, take care everyone, and I'll see you in 2024. Bye!